So it's Monday, the 12th of October 2020, and I'm on to the third panel for Hodge Hill College. And the art teacher has sent me 6 designs, which I have used. I've used 3 of the Rangoli designs that the pupils, the year 9, I think they're year 9 and 10 pupils have given me. Very detailed, that one, gorgeous. In fact, so gorgeous, I decided to use that as the drawing, basically. There are some elements, little edge elements that I've used on this one. And I think that's the same pupil as well that created this one. So, yeah, I photocopied it onto acetate and then projected it up onto the board and drew it out in graphite pencil. So that looks really perfect for today's beginning. And I am going to just create a hot colour palette using just the reds to yellows. I've got a little bit of orange, but less is more, as you know. I'm going to use some crockery. I've got some pinks here to remind me. So, and some unctuous deliciousness. So, it's going to be high colour and a rich colour at that. Maybe a little pop of gold as well. I've got mirror as well as some ready-made shapes. So that is the plan today. I'm going to start working on it today. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm not going to rush it because I think I'm going to really enjoy this. And actually, it's going to be Navratri at the weekend, which is the festival of 9 nights. And this is the time when you would do Rangoli designs on the floor anyway. So it has come to pass that it's working out perfectly. See you soon. So it's Friday, the 16th of October, 2020, of a morning, 8:30 a.m. And I thought I would show you how the work in progress looks. And I'm really delighted at the colour-esqueness of it all. It's looking quite sophisticated and bright and organised. And it kind of mirrors Malika's drawing absolutely. I've really been absolutely inspired by her drawing. I've changed a few bits, like the circular bit here, this spiral area here. I've added this piece of ceramic, which is called, the design of that plate is called Mosaic, which I thought was quite appropriate. So what can you say? I've added crockery, cut those up, and there's some there and some here from lovely plate. These are from cups actually. I've got some unctuous deliciousness in glass iridescence and some nice bobbles. I've cut in half some glass mosaic squares as well. And now I'm on to cutting and shaping these undulations, which will mirror these shapes. So I've scored and snapped some, and I'm going to curve these edges as well and trim them so that they fit up to the edge. And yeah, so I'm going to show you a little filmette of how I score and snap with all my tools and the tiles. And as my mate Pete Twining from Treasury Road would say, I'm going to show you that right now. So friends, tools of the trade. I've got my Toyo Score Snapper, which is a glass scorer. I've got my Victrex Scorer Snapper, which is nice and heavy duty. It takes a thicker tile, that one, but it works really well with the orange tile. This is perfect when you've got thick but slightly porous floor tiles. So usually with thick tiles, really thick tiles, I'll use my Ruby heavy duty scorer, which is like a flatbed one. I've got a thinner score snapper, which is by Ruby. And I've got my trusty side biter for shaping. Now, it usually has a green handle, but as all really good tools, they never fail you. So the handles have come off, but I'm still using it with a little bit of pink gaffer tape. It's got to be pink. So they're really good for the edge of these, especially at the back here. And this is where I usually cut my tiles, from this area here rather than at the front, as I call it, the curved edge. So what to use? I have done an approximate on this. So basically I've measured up, as it's a 20 centimetre tile, I've measured up 2 centimetre spaces and 5 centimetre spaces. And then what I'm going to do is score and snap it. So I'm not going to use a ruler. I'm just going to use visualness with my eye. I don't want it very organised in terms of the shape. I like the flow of a line when it is used just by hand. Now, as you can see, I'm holding it like that, so there's a bit of resistance there so that I've got more control. Because if I just held it with my hand and go forward, not necessarily showing that it will go straight. So that way I can control it a little bit more. And you can hear the scratch. So you know that it's scratched into the surface of the tile. Because the surface of the tile is glass. So a glass scorer, as what this is, would work. Now the next thing I would use is my heavy duty score snapper by Victrex, and then I'll snap it. You've got to make sure that this tool will go straight into the tile, and then you give it a squeeze. Of course, I've shown you how to do this before, but for the newbies, it's always about the newbies, because we always want to learn. So I tend to go every other line as well, more or less, and then go to the centre of it. Go. So I'll do that for all of them. And then, like I say, I'm going to have curved edges here. So it's just a simple case of snapping the edges. so, and then smoothing them with just using the top part of the scorer, just nicking it a bit, and then you've got a nice curve, you see, which will go very nicely in these areas, you see. So there you go, and that's all there is to it. So I'll be working on this now and trimming up edges along here and gluing them down with my trusty Rumar Flexifix caulking adhesive. So I'll be using that and gluing it down with a pop of that toothpaste amount, and that's what the work will be this morning. See you soon. Bye. So it's Monday, the 19th of October 2020, day 6 of Rangoli, which is quite appropriate because it's now Navratri in Diwali terms. So it's working out really well because the next Rangoli mosaic will start soon after this one. My hope is that I am going to finish off today by using some red tiles. So I'm going to use these in the wibbly wobblies all the way around, and probably these lovely metro tiles that would go nicely with this. I reckon some deep red right at the edge, but I might change my mind. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye. So it's just gone 12:39 and I've just completed the final bit of this mosaic, and I infilled in the end with some red and orange to go with the luscious tile, pattern tile here. So that works out really well, and it's a nice high colour. I think it'll look a deeper colour once I put the chocolate brown grout on, and it really will define all the tones and textures. So that's what the mosaic looks like now, and I will start the fourth and final panel this afternoon.